Hello, I'm Conrad Tao. I'm a musician and composer. We're here in Riverside Park right now in Uptown Manhattan. You can see the skyline over on this side out there. The piece I wrote for Johnny Gandelsman for Johnny's This Is America project is a short piece for solo violin called Stones. And as I said, we're in Riverside Park, and I've been taking a walk along the Hudson many days in the last year or so, year and a half, I suppose. And on this walk, about 2/3 of the way up to the George Washington Bridge, there is a bank of stones, which is where I'm standing right now. And I'll never forget the first time I took this walk uptown. I came across these stacks of stones along the edge of the water. I remember the first time I came across these, what was so vivid and striking about these piles, was how incidental they seemed, how powerfully I could feel the presence of another through their stacking. And I was tremendously moved by these stones when I first encountered them. I was moved by the kind of contact that was opened up by the action of stacking these stones, the action of leaving a trace. I found this very reassuring in a way, especially during the summer of 2020, which was the period of time in which I started taking this walk regularly. As I kept taking this walk, the stacks would change. In fact, right now, there's not a ton left of most of these stacks. The last remnants that you see are just a couple of small stacks here and there, maybe 2 or 3 stones. Perhaps they've been knocked down by wind, or perhaps even by people. But such is the nature of these stones. They would always change and fall, I suppose, and be restacked. And there was no signature when I first encountered the stones. So I didn't know if it was the work of one person, if it was the work of several people. There was an anonymity to it, a casualness to it that I was also very struck by and very moved by. And so I later learned that the stones were, in fact, the work of an artist, a local artist named Ulix Grajka. He calls them the Sisyphus stones. And that's great. I was happy to learn that as well. But there was something also about the not knowing, about the anonymity of my first encounter with these stones. The possibility that the act of creation or leaving a trace on what is already there, and the act then of seeing and recognizing that perhaps that contact, especially in a period of time in which physical, social contact was feeling, or perhaps even still is feeling, fraught. The possibility that this kind of remote contact might be enough was very interesting and alluring to me. And so my piece for Johnny is a note of appreciation to these stones, to Ulix Grajka, and to the possibility of public contact. So, thanks. I hope you like the piece.